The Nikon D5000 has an excellent interval recording function that can be used for shooting time-lapse sequences like this. And it's very easy to use. First of all, to shoot a time-lapse, make sure the camera is framed up perfectly on the shot you want and locked down with a nice sturdy tripod that won't move. Now, I always shoot at least one test shot to make sure everything looks good. If it does, then I make a note of the shutter speed and aperture that the camera used, and then switch to the manual mode and dial in those exact settings manually. Why? So the camera doesn't change the exposure settings during the time lapse. Even a slight shutter speed or aperture change in the middle of the time lapse will ruin the effect. So manual is the only safe exposure mode. Now go to the Shooting Menu tab and choose the Interval Timer Shooting menu. Your first decision is whether you want to begin shooting the time-lapse immediately after you finish setting it up, or do you want to program the camera to begin at a certain time of day. Normally, you'll choose Now by pressing the right arrow button. How much time do you want to elapse between each photo the camera takes? That's called the interval. The longest interval is 1 frame per 24 hours, and the shortest is 1 frame per second. I'll choose 1 second for this example. Now you have to decide how many photos you want the camera to take during the time lapse. 999 is the maximum. Some things to consider when setting up a time lapse are: how much time do you want to wait around for the time lapse to finish? How long will your battery last? Is it going to die in the middle of your time lapse? And is your memory card going to fill up before all those pictures have been recorded? I'm going to choose 10 frames for this example, so it finishes quickly. But in a real situation, 10 frames probably wouldn't be enough. Now I select On and step away from the camera and let it do its thing. Now, if for any reason you want to cancel the time lapse in midstream, you'll have to turn the camera off. When the camera is finished, it will revert back to the normal shooting mode. Now you can convert those pictures into a movie, transfer them to your computer, print them out, or do whatever you want with them, because each frame is just a normal standalone full-frame photograph, just like any other picture that the camera takes. For more great digital photography tips, be sure to check out www.larkbooks.com/digital. Thank you for watching, and have fun shooting.